Hi, welcome to my new video. This time I wanted to show you the next part in the series in which I'm drawing the Hokkaido in ink illustrations, which were originally the Inktober illustrations done in 2019 that I later made into the Hokkaido in ink small book. That is actually already finished, but more about this later. In this simple and straightforward video, I want to show you how I made this ink illustration showing the Otaru Canal, so a port canal in Otaru, in Hokkaido of course, that I made only with ink. The first step was to make some thumbnails because I had photos from the trip, but I didn't want to just paint straight what I saw in the photos, so I wanted to make some thumbnails first to decide what I want to have in the illustration, the perspective, the composition, and sometimes also I would use the pencil to test some shadows and check which parts of the picture I want to make darker, which parts of the picture require some shading and maybe some dry brush effects. Especially with scenes where in the reference photo I'm not really satisfied how the shadows look and how the lighting looks, I would also in the thumbnail stage simulate some more interesting lighting effects and some more interesting, for example, times of day that I would like to show this scene at, to see if they would work better than the original lighting that was in the reference photos. It's really easy to get stuck to the look of your reference photo, to the lighting and colors, and to forget that we are actually trying to convey something with this illustration and not only to recreate what we saw in the original photo. And this applies not only to drawings and pictures like this one, but most to things that are used as pieces of a narration, like concept arts for movies, concept arts for animations, layouts for animations, scenes of a comic or something that has to convey a feeling and a story and not only just be a pretty picture. As I would like all my art to have a story, to feel like it's a part of a bigger thing, I try to think about a backstory, about a story, a bigger narration with each piece I do, even if it's just a picture like this one, which is not necessarily connected directly with anything. And here and in the other ink pictures I did of Otaru scenes, I wanted to show that we had a really great time actually. We had a great time walking around the canal, just strolling around to the end of it and back, discovering a nice park on the way, some really interesting shops that were placed in converted old buildings, and also here around the canal the warehouses were also converted to restaurants and shops, so we had some fun time exploring those also. The weather was great and I tried to put all those thoughts and memories into those pictures when I was doing them a few months later. For example, here I chose to put all the warehouses in bright sunlight and paint just a bit of shadows, really strong black shadows inside of them and on the left side, to emphasize the good weather and how sunny it was that day. Okay, now some details about the book itself. It's finished! Since the last video I did finish the whole thing, I did the design, I sent it to the printers, I did get a test print. It was really good. I just found some mistakes and I wanted to tweak some things, so I sent it the second time, and this time all the books came out really nice. I'm actually excited about the quality of the whole thing. The finished book turned out looking a lot better than I was expecting. Actually, I was a bit apprehensive about the recycled paper and all kinds of technical details I was afraid of, because it's the first time I was doing something like this, and especially in black and white, so I was kind of nervous when the huge package with books arrived, but they all turned great and I cannot wait to show them to you guys. Actually, the photos you are seeing right now are from the test version. Since then I tweaked the layout a bit so the text is easier to read and it doesn't go so far into the gutter and everything was even better in the final versions. So I still have to take some photos. I will put them in the next video probably. I signed all the copies that came from the first printing, and I already sent them to US, to the store, because the DFTBA store is going to be sending out the books actually, so you'll be able to buy the books there. Though I would like to put the book on sale as soon as I can, actually I want to be able to offer you some other goods also together with the book, so you can actually buy the book and some other things. So it will take a bit longer to open the store, I guess, but yeah, there will be a bit more stuff there when it's open. So if you want to get the latest news about the book, just register on my website. There is a newsletter thing that I will be sending as soon as the books are made available, and you can just click buy or something on the DFTBA website. Okay, so this is how the finished picture looks like. Don't forget to see other videos from this series, and you can also, of course, register for the book. More details on my website. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. As always, feel free to comment, share and subscribe, and you can also support me on Patreon. Did I mention that you can also buy my books? You can, and this supports me a lot. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye!